Hey guys, Frosty from Geek Points. Sorry, it's been a while since I've uploaded Deck Building 101. I've just been really busy. So, all right. Today, I will be walking through my Egyptian God deck. Now, this deck is really fun to run, but it's not that good. It won't win against most decks out there. But it's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to build, and a lot of fun to play against like friends who are just like goofing around and not actually like have a really decent deck. Um, but I mean, sometimes it can win against meta decks, but it's pretty slow when it comes to good decks. But before we run out of time, let's walk through the cards. I have 3 copies of Obelisk the Tormentor. The effects are cannot be targeted by spells or traps, and you contribute 2 monsters to destroy all monsters on your opponent's side of the field. I also have Slifer, 3 copies of Slifer the Sky Dragon. It gains 1,000 attack and defense for each card in your hand, and when a monster is normal or special summoned to your opponent's side of the field, in face-up attack position, that monster loses 2,000 attack, and if it's been reduced to 0 as a result, destroy it. Winged Dragon of Ra, 3 copies, can't be special summoned, requires 3 tributes as all the Egyptian gods. It cannot be normal summoned, blah blah blah. Or no, hold on. Sorry, yeah, I'm confusing it with something else. Alright, you contribute life points to have it gain life points or attack and defense equal to the amount of life points paid. You can then its second effect is you can pay 1,000 life points and target 1 monster on the field to destroy that monster. Again, I have 3 copies of each of those. And as you all know, they require 3 tributes to summon. So that's a lot of tributes. So most of my cards in my deck reduce the tributes amount required to summon them exponentially. Alright, Armalise. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard to normal summon 1 monster this turn for 1 less tribute. You can only use the effect of Armalise once per turn. Very useful, reduces the tributes for the Egyptian gods to 2. I have ways to get those in the graveyard, which I'll go over in the strategy session. Kaiser Seahorse. This card can be tributed as 2 tributes for the tribute summon of a light monster, which all of the Egyptian gods are. So if you do that, then you only have to tribute 1 more monster. Useful as hell, actually. And its attack and defense aren't that bad for a 4-star monster. Lindo the Light Charmer. Flip. Take control of 1 light monster your opponent controls while this card is face up on the field. Pretty useful for taking control of an opponent's monster to tribute. So if you do that, you have Lina, then you have their monster, then you have Armalise or another monster to tribute. So very, very useful. It's got a decent defense, but nothing special. Samsara Kaiser. When you tribute summon a monster by tributing this card, return it to your hand. Very useful when you are summoning Slifer the Sky Dragon, because it puts cards in your hands and boosts his attack. Alright, and basically the main winner strategy, the Creator God of Light, Haraka. Can't be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand by tributing 3 monsters who are the Egyptian gods, basically. And when his special summon cannot be negated, and when he is special summoned, you win the duel. So, yeah, that card's a little bit cheap, but again, the summoning conditions are hard, so yeah, so it's kind of fair-ish. Alright, so Foolish Burial, send one monster card from your deck to the graveyard. Magical Mallet, shuffle any number of cards from your hand to the deck, then draw the same number of cards. Monster Reincarnation, discard one card, then target one monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. Mystic Box, ooh, this is a fun one. Target one monster your opponent controls and one monster you control, destroy the first target, then give control of the second target to your opponent. Very useful. I have 2 Mystical Space Typhoons, destroy a spell or trap card on the field. Swords of Revealing Light, if you don't know what this is, it prevents your opponent from attacking for 3 of their turns, and when it's activated, all their face-down monsters are flipped face-up. Arrival appears. Select one monster your opponent controls and special summon one monster from your hand that has the same level as the selected monster. DNA Transplant. Activated by declaring one monster attribute. All face-up monsters become that attribute. Alright, so that's all the cards in the deck. Now, if you haven't guessed, the strategy of this deck is to summon all the Egyptian gods, and if you do so, then tribute for Haraka, which lets you win. Or you can actually attack directly with a few of these by activating their card-destroying ability. Obelisk the Tormentor, you contribute 2 monsters to destroy all monsters on the field, or all monsters your opponent controls, but Obelisk can't attack. So if you tribute 2 monsters and you have either Slifer or Raw on the field, you can do a direct attack. Alright, so I'll go into the strategy. Now, the easiest ways to normal summon the Egyptian gods are to have an Armalise in the graveyard and Kaiser Seahorse on the field. So that's a summon right there. The easiest ways to get Armalise in the graveyard is I have a Foolish Burial and Monster Reincarnation. Now, Foolish Burial can be used to place Armalises in the graveyard directly, or you can combo it with Monster Reincarnation to put, say, an Egyptian God or a Kaiser Seahorse in the graveyard, and then Monster Reincarnation to put Armalise in the graveyard and get that card that you needed. So that's the strategy for Armalise and summoning Slifers. Now, Lindo the Light Charmer. Most of the cards you want on your field in this deck are light monsters. So if you do happen to activate Mystic Box, for instance, to destroy a monster and give control of one of your monsters to your opponent, you can, for instance, give a Kaiser Seahorse, flip Lina to take back your Kaiser Seahorse, and then tribute them to normal summon a God card, which basically you used that combo to destroy a monster on your field, or on your opponent's side of the field. Very useful, and yeah, so although that isn't the best strategy in the deck, I'm going to go over that right now. So, you're going to want to summon the Winged Dragon of Ra with one of those strategies I've just mentioned, because he cannot be special summoned. Alright, then you're going to want to activate Mystic Box to destroy a monster on your opponent's side of the field and give control of your Winged Dragon of Ra to your opponent. Then you can actually activate 2 copies of Arrival Appears to special summon Slifer the Sky Dragon and Obelisk the Tormentor instantly. And if you have a Lindo the Light Charmer, you can actually flip her to take back your Winged Dragon of Ra. Then you contribute each of those to summon Haraka, which wins the duel. Again, not the fastest deck, but it is a lot of fun to play. And also, DNA transplant allows a lot of fodder for Lina, so you can steal your opponent's monsters to make them tributable. All right. So again, it's been a pleasure talking to you guys. Feel free to change up the deck however you wish. If you have any ideas about how to make this deck better, feel free to email me or leave a comment in the section below. My email will be in the info section, and yeah, peace out and stay geeks.